Okay, good morning, everybody. I'm Mrs. Ricard from the Center for Undergraduate Student Achievement, CUSA Support Services. What I'm here to talk to you about is very important. It's called the Satisfactory Academic Progress Policy for Southern University. In other words, SAP. This concerns your financial aid. So the first thing I need to know is, what's everybody's plan? What was your plan when you decided to come to Southern? Was it to graduate? Everybody wants to graduate, right? Yes. You want your little frame on your desk or on your wall. So how many students do I have in here that have 0 to 29 hours? 0 to 29. Basically everybody. So on that sheet I gave you, this should be your Bible. You should keep this in your notebook. This will help you to keep up with your financial aid. If you have between 0 and 29 hours, you want to make sure that you complete at least 67% of your classes. That's your cumulative rate, 67%. Your GPA must be between a 1.51 or greater. 1.51 or greater. Keep in mind that the registrar doesn't know what financial aid is doing, and financial aid doesn't know what the registrar's office is doing. So you have to keep up with what's going on in reference to your financial aid. If you file an appeal or if you do anything with the registrar's office, financial aid may not know that. So it's up to you to keep up with where your paperwork is and where you stand as far as your financial aid. So you want to complete at least 67% of your classes. Say you're carrying 15 hours. How would you figure out how many hours you need, how many classes you need to pass in order to keep your 67% or above? How would you figure that out? Which method of math would you use? For example, you go into a restaurant and your tab is $15. 67% is what they want you to leave for them a tip. How would you calculate that? Multiply.
The percentage by the...
Okay, do it. Somebody tell me what it is. Hmm? 15. You're carrying 15 hours. Well, 10 hours. So it's actually 10.5. So in order to have your 67% or above, how many hours will you have to complete? It's 10.5. So how many total hours will you have to complete? 11. So you want to keep that in mind. Make sure you have at least your 1.5 GPA and complete at least 67% of your classes. And if you have 30 hours or more, then you make sure you want to know that you need to have a 1.75 or above. But that's for students with over 29 hours. What I want you to remember is to ask questions. Your neighbor sitting next to you, your roommate, your friend may say, "Oh girl, don't worry about that. You don't have to worry about that. You're going to be fine." Then all of a sudden you drop a class and you receive an email saying that your financial aid has been canceled. You can no longer receive financial aid. Whenever you get information from someone, I don't care if they're wearing this gorgeous suit, you know, they look like they know, it doesn't hurt to get a second opinion. A lot of students get in trouble because they just take the word of one person who may not know anything. So you want to make sure you get a second opinion. Our office is there to help you. Any exterior factors going on in your life, I'm working full-time, I'm in school full-time, I have a sick grandparent or somebody at home who requires my help as well. I have to help my mother. My mother's not well. We can help you balance work and school. That's what we're there for. So you want to make sure you keep that in mind. If you're on suspension, you want to remember that from Southern University, you're on suspension, you can't go to another school. Financial aid follows you for life. If you go to another school and decide to just pay out of pocket, then it's useless because you will not be able to transfer those grades back to Southern. So you want to make sure that you keep your financial aid here good. I mean, even if you transfer and you have good grades, you have your 67% completion rate, that's federal. That's for all colleges and universities. So you want to make sure that you know where you stand and you can continue to receive your financial aid. So let me tell you a little bit about some of the services that we offer. We have, our biggest program is tutoring. We tutor in the courses. We have a beautiful set of tutor suites. We've moved our computer lab over to Stewart Hall, room 155. There's somebody there from 8 to 5 to help you all day with any type of assistance you need as far as tutoring. Our offices are located just to the right here, right past financial aid. We're in Suite C in this building. We can help you with time management, study skills, how to speak to your professor. You may already know that's a bit different than speaking with your high school teacher. Most times when we're in high school, it's somebody that we know, my mama's friend, a church member, or something like that, so they're easier to talk to. Once you get to college, professors have hundreds of students. Make them know you, make them know who you are, so that you're able to get the assistance that you need. You're not just a number. You're not just going in, sitting down at the back of the class. You want them to know who you are, that you're interested in their class, which you should be interested in every class that you take. Will you like it? No, but it's something you want to major in. You take the steps first to ensure that you are able to comprehend everything when you get straight into your major, your area of concentration. So you want to keep that in mind. We host seminars for these different services. Again, the time management, the study skills, reading comprehension. We offer all of those services throughout the semester. If you want to come by and see us, if you have a problem, you don't have to walk around and not know. We're here to help you. All over this campus, we're here to help you. I know it can be intimidating sometimes, but we're here, I can say, for the Center for Undergraduate Student Achievement Supporting Services. We are eager to help you. We have persons of all different ages. We can relate to you. We understand. Our experiences have led us to be able to speak with you and assist you with your areas of concern, no matter what it is. So make sure you just don't be walking around the campus. Girl, ask your friend, what that little lady said when she came to speak to us. Where their office at? You know, so you guys can help each other. I know the students all the time, they rarely speak to each other. Get to know 4 or 5 people in your class. You never know when you're going to have to call somebody. Financial aid is important, and also working together, coming together as a team. But I want you to remember that SAP policy, that will keep you in school. If you're on financial aid, you don't want to lose your financial aid under any circumstances. If you're a student that has experienced that, you know what a tedious process that is. So keep that in mind. Again, I'm Mrs. Ricard. We're with the Center for Undergraduate Student Achievement, Suite C in T.H. Harris Hall Annex. I'll give you a phone number. It's 225-771-4312. Anybody have any questions? Okay. I'm sorry? It's in this building, T.H. Harris Hall Annex. And we're in Suite C. Any other questions? Hi. Okay, so if you have the number of hours that you've attempted at Southern University is between 0 and 29, then you have to complete at least 67% of your classes that you attempt to get financial aid. So, and you must maintain the GPA of 1.51 or greater. Now, that's for your financial aid. We know that that's different from the campus. Southern University requires that you have a 2.0 to remain eligible to attend the university. So when you fall below a 2.0, that's when your cumulative GPA comes into play for your cumulative completion rate is what it's called. And I'm sure Ms. Celestine is going to ask you that. It's called your completion rate. That's what you have to keep in mind when you're getting ready to, if you have any academic trouble. So how do you get your answer? How you calculate your percentage? Multiply. If you have 15 hours, if you have 20 hours, you want to multiply that by 67%. So that question? No? Comment? Complaint? Comment, complaint? So you want to make sure that you keep that calculation in mind. I recognize some faces. No questions? Okay.